Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is Dr.M.MOORTHI, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Automobile Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So in this video, we are going to discuss about a topic called air fuel ratio requirements of the SA engine, the spark ignition engine. So this is the lecture series of automotive engines and emission control. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what is the importance of the air fuel mixture ratio in the SA engine, how this air fuel ratio is properly mixed, and then it is fed into the combustion chamber during the four strokes in the four-stroke SA engine, and then what are the parts, the components that is essential in the spark ignition engine in order to get the effective or proper air fuel mixture ratio. So these are the topic that we going to discuss in this video. So first, the air fuel mixture is a very important parameter in the SA engine. So if you have a proper air fuel ratio, and then definitely you will have a proper combustion during the proper combustion during the combustion process. And then if you have and then if you achieve a proper combustion means definitely we will get a proper the output and an outcome from the quantity of fuel that is to be injected into the combustion chamber. So in order to increase the overall efficiency of the SA engine. So where the SA in the air fuel ratio is the crucial aspect of the operation of a spark ignition engine that influencing the performance, efficiency, emissions and the engine durability. Yes, so the emission factors also is a very crucial to relate with the air fuel mixture. So that we have to maintain a proper air fuel mixture. The air fuel ratio is depends on the conditions, the environmental condition, and then the engine and the fuel quality. So these are the factors that directly influencing the air fuel ratio, and then what ratio we have to make the proper the ratio to attain the effectiveness of the any SA engine. So the air fuel ratio is the mass air mass ratio of the air to the fuel present during the combustion in the engine, and then it is usually expressed in the form of X into 1, where X is the amount of air and then 1 is the amount of fuel that is properly mixed. Ratio determines how completely the fuel burns during combustion. Then the balance between air and then fuel affects power output, fuel efficiency and the production of emissions. So these are the major the factor that directly influencing the air fuel ratio. The good air fuel ratio is very important to achieve a better output, that is power output, then fuel efficiency, and then production of emission. How we are going to minimize the emissions during combustion process, how the engine going to release the emission, that directly depends on the air fuel ratio. So this air fuel ratio is defined based on the stoichiometric air fuel ratio. So this defines the quality of air fuel ratio or the perfection of air fuel ratio. So the stoichiometric ratio is the exact ratio between air and the flammable gas or vapor at which a complete combustion takes place. So the stoichiometric ratio of combustion varies for various fuels and the oxidizer. If the engine has less air than the stoichiometric ratio, you have a rich mixture because it is rich in gasoline. So this air fuel, the stoichiometric ratio is having the standard air fuel ratio, and then if it is more than that ratio, it have the name, and then if it is less than that, they have another classification. So that is the rich air fuel ratio and then lean air fuel ratio. So for gasoline, the stoichiometric air fuel ratio is 14.7:1. So this means these 14.7 parts of air are required to completely combust 1 part of gasoline. So at this ratio, ideally, all the fuel molecules have sufficient oxygen molecules to react, whereas the only byproducts are carbon dioxide and water, that is H2O. So many modern SI engines aim to maintain this stoichiometric ratio during normal operation, especially under conditions where emissions are regulated, such as at cruising speed. So this air fuel ratio is the standard air fuel ratio that the most modern engines are maintained. If it is more than that ratio or it is less than the ratio, it have the further classification called rich air fuel ratio and then lean